Well, good morning. It's exciting because today is the 100th video. This is the 100th video, this video that I have put up on YouTube. And in celebration and honor of that, I suppose, I'd like to talk about the 4 most important things to know about getting into van life, as far as getting a van and building it out. So here we go. I'm gonna be putting stuff away. We're heading to town. We gotta do some running around and all that. So I'm gonna explain as I go. Here we go. The number one most important thing to know about van life is what kind of van are you planning on getting? Are you planning to live in a city? You need to know the lifestyle you're planning on living in. So is it going to be city? Is it going to be part-time travel, full-time travel? Are you going to be living off-road and out in the woods a lot? Lots of traveling. So that's one of the most important things to know before you get started. What type of van life living are you going to do? What lifestyle do you want to create for yourself? That's going to have a direct impact on what type of van you should try to get. And you don't have to get the perfect van for today if your budget's not there. You just need to be able to see where you're going to be. So it could take you a couple of years to build it out to the way you want it. In my case, that's what happened. It took me a couple of years, and that's what I want to do. That's the number one important thing. What type of lifestyle do you want in your van life journey? Number 2. Do you want a pro build or do you want to build it out yourself? In both cases, no matter what you want, to build it out yourself or get a pro build, rent a van out for a weekend and get accustomed to the features that exist in a van, okay? Find out where the light switches go, where the batteries are, where's your storage at, where do you put your clothes, where's your kitchen, how's that set up, where's the bed, is it high, is it low, is it on the left side, the right side? Get a feel for a built-out van and make sure it's for you. Because if you have some special priorities, the odds are those might not have been included in that van build. And even though they may have all the things you want, it might not be in the places you prefer. So being clear that you have what van you'd like and getting prepped for the build out, whether you're paying for one to be built or you're buying one that's already built, is important, because that's going to help you have the most comfortable and functional experience you can have. Now, after you've rented a van for a couple of weekends and checked it out, I recommend that you get a rental van and an empty one and throw in a cot, throw in a bag of clothes, and throw in a cooler with some food and live in that for a weekend. Find out where your priorities are in the sense of, do you like to sleep on the left side, the right side, further to the front, further to the back? Where do you like your clothes positioned? So when you have that kind of figured out, you can go, all right, now this is how I want to build it. But that doesn't mean it'll be perfect. That means you still have to organize them. You still have to get a sense of proportion. And one of the best ways you can do that is simple. That was very good, was it? Nope. So anyhow, getting back to the point here. What you got to do is find yourself a space in your apartment, in your house. Could be in the van itself if you already have it. Get some cardboard, lay it down on the ground. Get some masking tape, put it out in the dimensions of what you think where you want your stuff to be. Then get some boxes, put some boxes in there, some cardboard boxes, lots of boxes. Put them in the shapes, the sizes, and the rough dimensions that you think you're gonna use and need and want. Then, with all that done, all that spiffy, slick, sticky, masky tape stuff done, hang out in there. See if those dimensions work. Can you navigate in that little area? Do you need more space? Box too small, does it need to be bigger? Box too tall, need to be lower. Figure out the proportions and how the functionality works for you moving around inside that space. So you can do that inside a rented van as well. Get a sense of it. Once you have that, you are ready for the most important step there is. And that step is to hopefully only build it out once. Just once. Just once. I say this because many times you end up building the van out more than once if you're doing it yourself. I myself have built the inside of my note 5 times in 2 years. Why? Because you're always tweaking little things. Why? Because things in a van move, they make noise, they rattle. And when that happens, you rethink your design and go, how can I change this up? And that's why it's important to know these things first into your build so you can minimize the tweaking later. You see, what happens is when you're in the van for an extended period of time and you get used to your space, the scariest thing can happen, will happen. Within 6 to 12 months, your priorities just might change. You might realize you spend more time cooking and you love it, so you might want a bigger kitchen. You might realize you do a lot more remote work than you thought, you might need a bigger desk. And that's not it. That's not it at all. You might realize you like to do more stuff outside. You need a bigger space to put your stuff. All those boots, all those shoes, those hats, those pairs of gloves, those winter boots, those skis, all those other things. You might find out a bunch of things. Your priorities will more than likely shift quite a bit in that first year to year and a half. So I say, keep that in mind. When you build your build, keep it a little flexible. Give yourself a little time to experience the 4 seasons and get a little more dialed in when you're doing your build. That way, you'll hopefully, and I say hopefully, build only once and tweak a few times. And that'll help your van life experience. Because remember, this is about you. It's an adventure. You're downsizing, you're minimalizing, you're getting more succinct with who you are, what you want, what your likes are, what your priorities are, and knowing those patterns very thoroughly. Because once you've got that under the belt, the rest is sheer adventure. There will be obstacles, you will overcome them, because that's what van life is all about. It's about being able to adapt, be creative, and overcome, and put yourself into the best places you can possibly be. Why not? I mean, isn't that life? Heck yeah. That'll be great. So, quick review. What kind of van do you want? Do you want to live off the road? Do you want to live part-time, full-time, in the city, way out there somewhere? And add-ons. Very important, add-ons. Do you have a dog? Do you have a cat? Do you have a partner? Do you need a bike rack? I got a bike rack. Do you need a box? Do you need a tire? Do you need a new front bumper? What about large tires, small tires? What do you need? Okay, keep these babies in perspective. Do you need solar? Do you have a DC charger? You may not want to get all of these things on the first day, and you may not be able to afford them, but they are goals and they are things you might need to want. So keep these things in mind, kind of have a list, know your patterns, find out your priorities, and above all, know the space, because a van is all about space. Everything in van life is about understanding the functional simplicity that you can create so that your life is easy peasy, fun, and an adventure. That's all I got to say today. I hope you're having a fantastic life, and I really hope to see you on the next video. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the holiday season. Cheers.